Hey, it's Edge here. Today we're taking a look at technical analysis for SP500 with Elliott Wave Theory. Before getting into the analysis itself, I wanted to let you know that I've created an Elliott Wave Basics course which you can have access to through Patreon. Thank you for your support. But let's get into the analysis next. So today I'm going to be going through the futures charts and the cash market chart with SPX. Starting here on the futures chart, what we've had was a potential 5-way move here. Again, we don't know whether this is a start of something or an end of something. Both of the options are still valid. So what we currently are playing is this smaller time frame. Either we are going to be looking for a continuation for this structure starting from the tops here around 41.81 to create something like this, or we would be having this as the end of something and this would be the start again higher. So let's take a closer look what we have here. Again, we had divergences between thirds and fifths here on higher time frame as well on 1 hourly. So we had this pump up higher. At the moment, we have a couple of different ways to look at this. We had one way of saying that we could have this as 3 waves, some kind of a very corrective structure here and another 3. But again, that does not really fit. We have a low here on RSI, which would entail that some kind of correction was here. And then we would be going beyond and going higher again, and then looking for the last legs basically here. At the moment, I do think that this has the potential of being a leading diagonal. It is very ugly. It is very ugly. We have to all agree about that. But again, I don't really have anything else here. The issue with this count is that this structure here is very small in comparison. So we did just hit the 0.382 for the wave 2 here. So again, I would allow this. But the structures afterwards definitely looks like it is potential 1-2-1-2 scenario. I don't think I can have this as anything else at the moment. We had a very, very large move here after this 1-2. So I do assume that it is the third. We don't really have a clear visible alteration between the fourth and second here, at least on 50-minute time frame. I don't really want to go smaller time frame here. Well, we can take a look, but oh yeah, I had it here. Sorry, that was it, because again, RSI lower here, so a running flat potentially, or maybe that is something like that. Yeah, just hitting a 0.618, or maybe it is just a WXY complex structure here, because the retracement doesn't seem like 90%. So yeah, there is alteration there, never mind. Then another pump up higher creates that divergence here, and that would be the fifth. So overall 1, 2, 3, and then most likely this probably could be the fourth. We have already taken quite a bit of these lows that we had previously, so I do think that this whole structure is done. And also we had this structure here breaking these previous wave 4 lows. So generally when we break through the previous wave 4 lows, that is done. Also we had this channel here that is now broken as well. So that gives more probabilities, in my opinion, for the downside to happen again. If this had gone up more, we would have been looking at the impulsive wave structure as in the form of wave 3 up at 39.77, but again, that doesn't really seem to be the case. 1-to-1, we did not even hit that. Makes me a bit questioning this count as well. But overall, this seems like an okay count. The fifth wave structure here is not really good at all. I'm not even sure how I want to be labeling that. It's probably some kind of diagonal at the end. Maybe this is the third and that is the fifth here. I'm not even going to be attempting to label it now. But yeah, that is that. I would think that this whole thing has potential of being done now, and now we would be coming down a bit. However, we did not hit the 0.382. Generally, what I want is to see the 38.2 in time and 38.2 in price both here. At the moment, we have only hit it in time. So what I would be expecting is some kind of 3-way structure here. But of course, we'll see what kind of structure this forms into. If this this turns into be a 5-way structure, then we need to be thinking that, is this going to be a 5-3-5 and creating this kind of structure of a flat structure, or is this already over and then we would have this trend continuation downwards from here. But yeah, we'll see what kind of structure we're going to be getting. Now SPX, a bit different story here. We had the highs here and we had coming down, and this definitely seems like an impulsive move to the downside. Again, the same issue that we had on the future chart, whether this is an end or a start of something, but that does not matter here on the very local structures. Overall, this does seem like we could have this as a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in the third, fourth, and fifth. Again, market hours are not open, so again, we'll see where this is going to be opening up, probably below these fourth waves here, because again, this is the price action we see here at the moment. Of course, is it possible that this whole structure would be a wave 4? It would be very large in comparison to this wave 2 here, so I don't think that is very likely. The SPX is still expecting one more high in my opinion, so we would be getting that double divergence here as we have two distinct wave structures here. Of course, we can roll over and just do this, and then I don't know how I would be labeling the SPX charts at the moment. Unfortunately, ABC maybe possible, but again that changes the characteristics completely. But the expectation here is that this would be a 5-way structure. We have taken out the previous structures here with quite significant amount, so this definitely has the potential of being a start of something. So especially if we are getting that last 5th wave in place, we would be looking for a 3-way pullback and then going along against these lows here for this continuation of something like that at least. Of course, we don't know if this is the end of a structure, this structure here. This definitely could be a start of something. I don't need to be right about that yet. I'm just going to be looking for this 5th if that happens, looking for 3-way pullback, going long. These are probably really good areas to look for longs around the 38, 35, because again, we have a lot of structural support here, and we have still this gap to be formed or filled, sorry. And yeah, I do think that looks pretty good for some kind of bounce to be happening. And yeah, 3-way structure, at least ABC as in the form of zigzag, or of course, if we get something else, 5-way structure, then we know after breaking these highs that this indeed was an end of something, and then we can take a look at the higher time frame structures and say that okay, this was indeed a 3-way structure to the downside, where this, again, let's see if I got the count here. No, I don't. So it would be this count where we would have this as an ABC coming down. So, and then we would be having a previous trend continuation, meaning this structure over here pivoted from these lows upwards. So those are the options at the moment that I'm watching. I think that is pretty much going to do it. And again, trade ideas, nothing is financial advice, of course. There's things that need to be happening here, and you need to be reacting to those and seeing if that is going to be holding true. But I think that is bringing us to the end of this video. If you made it this far, again, I would appreciate the likes. Link to my free Discord server in the description below. And yeah, see you in the next video. Bye bye.